Hey guys, it's me, Desiree Marie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Desiree Marie and I talk about my locks and my lock journey, but today I thought was a good time and day to catch my mom as we pick her brain on her hair journey, what led her to lock her hair, what was being loose natural like, in hopes that it will inspire you guys and encourage you on your journey. So yeah, my mom is VelvetLox. She's also here on YouTube.
Hello, you guys.
And yeah, so we want to know, okay, where did it all start?
Well, it all started with her. Okay, she decided to go loose natural, I guess about 8 years ago.
Cause I did it because you told me, because I was asking like, what should I do? Because my hair was starting to thin out, but I had new growth. And I was wondering what I should do to my hair. And you said, why don't you just go natural? And I was like, what? Like, I thought that was an insult because I didn't know anything about that. And then I started going on YouTube and figuring it out and stuff. But
the thing
that's
is,
cool.
But the thing is, at that time, we were both wig wearers. So we were really heavy in the wearing of the wigs, and we got attached to that, and to the point where it started damaging our hair. It started damaging the edges. Of course, you know the edges. It was damaging the edges, it was thinning it out, and she had beautiful hair. So when she went loose natural, she, you know, was doing all of these wonderful, beautiful styles. Her hair was fluffy and pretty. And with me, I was really scared to go loose natural because I was not used to seeing myself without all of that fluff and all that big full hair. So eventually I went loose natural, but I didn't know how to take care of my hair because I haven't done that in I don't know how many years. So we had to go on YouTube, at least I had to go on YouTube and figure out how to take care of my hair. And I tried to mimic the hairstyles, you know, the wash and goes where you put tons of gel in your hair and you're out the house, even in the wintertime. Then the twist outs, which never looked like the other people's that I was never. Yours came out pretty good. You started mastering it.
I don't think so. I was still frustrated.
She was doing something and it looked good. My hair, it just looked a hot mess. And then the puff puffs. Now the puff puffs remind me of when I used to do, excuse the elements, we're outside, so you're gonna hear a lot of activity. But the puff puffs remind me of when you know, you're doing a child's head ready for school and you don't really want to do a whole lot, so you just brush it up into a big puff. Well, that's what I tried to do. But my puff wasn't saying nothing because it was a poof. It wasn't a puff, it was a poof.
It was cute.
It was small, okay? And for an adult woman, it just didn't sit right with me. Shut up. So anyways, I tried it and I just didn't think it suit me. Plus I have a 5 head. So
a 5 head.
I have a 5 head. Listen, you know, I embraced it. But because of that, it didn't look right on me. I didn't think I looked my age. I looked like an older woman trying to look like a little girl. So eventually I decided to do braids, and I put in some twist braids in my hair. And I didn't, you know, I wanted to just experiment with different hairstyles. So again, I went on YouTube and I bumped into a sister named Bronze Goddess. And she changed my whole entire life. Now, I had the braids and I used to try to style it. So I figured, you know what? Braids are like locks, so let me try to do the same thing that lock wearers are doing. So I've been embracing the braids and everything and doing all the beautiful styles, and that's what made me start to love, or should I say fall in love with locks. I fell in love with Bronze Goddess's hair. It was beautiful. It's still beautiful. It's full. And at that time she was doing a lot of different hairstyles, which I really miss her doing. She was changing it up. She was teaching, you know, women all the different styles that you could do with hair, with locks. And to me, that was something new because even as a woman I'm a Caribbean woman, I'm from Jamaica. And growing up and seeing the Rastas, they never did nothing with their hair. It was just always straight or in some sort of head tie. But seeing how she manipulated her hairstyle and all sorts of curls, I didn't even know you could curl locks. So that's what got me all interested in doing hair, doing my locks. Then I started venturing off and checking out other sisters on YouTube, and I bumped into another sister who was doing all sorts of stuff with her hair. Keisha Charmaine.
Yeah.
Now Keisha, she took it to another level. Keisha was doing all sorts of hair colors, okay? which showed me that you can actually color locks. Look at me now. So Keisha showed me that you could color locks. Not to mention she was doing all sorts of other wonderful, gorgeous hairstyles. Not to mention teaching you how to treat and take care of your locks. So that's what encouraged me. After the braids, I decided I'm gonna lock my hair. At that time, Missy over here was still loose natural, and wasn't feeling it at all. She was like, nah, that's too much of a dedication.
I love how it looked on other people, but yeah, I was always like, oh, it's too much of a commitment. I don't know if I can do that, because once I lock my hair, I can't really, there's not a whole lot of styles that I can do, because I'm looking at people who mainly keep their hair straight, and I always had the thought that it was not versatile. I like to change my hair and stuff. But yeah,
and she wasn't ready to let go of the wigs.
Not yet, not yet. But you know, when you wear wigs all the time, it becomes like a lifestyle. Like, you can't see yourself without it.
You're not used to seeing yourself without it.
Yeah, you have to put it on at all times. It becomes like a safety blanket.
Yeah, a security blanket.
Yeah, a security blanket.
So basically, I went in, I dived in, I did the big chop, which was a big change in my life.
We both did it together.
Yeah. We both did the big chop. We chopped off all the perm. And it was hard. It was really hard for me to walk around. No, matter of fact, we did the big chop and then I did the braids. I think so.
Oh, yeah, to grow out your hair?
To grow out my hair.
Yeah.
So it was then that I decided to lock it. Now, at that time,
well, you were natural for a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah, for like maybe 6 months or so, just to get my hair to grow. But I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't think I was gonna lock my hair. Actually, I was just doing the whole trendy thing at that time with the natural ladies.
Yeah, everybody was natural.
Everybody was natural back then. It was really catching like wildfire. I mean, we would go into the events. All of the natural hair events,
trying to understand our hair.
Yeah, and just, you know, linking up with other sisters who were natural. I mean, it was really cool. But then I decided to get it locked. Now I went to a hairdresser, and when she did it, I tell you, afterwards, how you doing? Afterwards, I felt like a bald-headed chicken. Oh, I swear, I felt like a bald-headed chicken.
I remember that day too.
I did not like it at all. It did not look good at all. A 5 head plus no hair.
So how did you get it done when you first got it done?
I went to this regular beauty salon, a Jamaican beauty salon, and actually, I mean, they did not specialize in locks. They just knew how to start it, or just basically did it with whatever black gel, which is a big no-no. Okay. Screech. A needle scratch. So we started it. She started it with black hair gel. Now, it was really thick spaces that she did.
Yeah.
She did it really thick.
You wouldn't have had many locks at all.
A big head with very little locks.
Well, you have fine hair.
And fine hair.
So maybe that's what led her to do so many, like, so many
she did big
locks.
Well, that I can understand now. But at that time, think about it. When you've been permed for years, and I'm talking about pretty much all your life, your hair gets damaged with the perm. So as much hair as you should have on your head, you don't have that much on your head. You don't have that much. So for her to do my hair at that time made sense to her, but to me it was like, okay, where's the rest of my hair? So then I was encouraged, after I got it done, I was encouraged to split my locks just to make it more fuller. And I thought that was a wonderful idea. So that's what I did. I split them, and I did individuals after that.
So you split them in two?
Each one I split into 2. So I'm thinking, okay, at that point, I'm going to have a lot of locks. I'm going to have a big bushy head full of locks. No, didn't happen. I still walked around for months, doggone near a whole year, looking like a bald-headed chicken.
Because you are obsessed with not seeing your scalp, and when you see your scalp, you feel like
I wasn't having it.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling it.
Well, it did look thin.
It was very thin.
But that's when it, like...
No. Then, of course, you go through the different stages, you know. But once it actually started getting to a length that was more me, that's when I started embracing it more. You're going to go through the different stages. You're going to go through the ugly lock stage, which isn't ugly because actually when my hair was shorter, I was able to do a whole lot more styles with it.
Yeah, I remember when you did this nice pin curl style, you were going out and it just
we was going to church.
Really nice.
We was going to watch night service. And actually, it wasn't even a style. It was by accident because I pinned it up. I tried to curl it, and I don't know what happened. Oh, I took it out. All right, because I didn't want to waste time in the evening to take out all those curlers. So I took it out and I pinned it up, and I slept on it. Well, actually, it turned out to a style, and I wore it to church that night.
Cute.
And it was rocket.
That was really cute.
It was rocket. So, yeah, you know, I've been locked for 7 years, and honestly, I can't see myself without my locks, at least for now.
Yeah. Nice.
Anything else?
Yeah, well.
Oh, and then finally.
Oh, okay.
Finally, after how many years has it been before you started?
Oh, I started like almost 3 years. It's almost
about
3 years.
3 years after I started, and she started liking my hair.
Wait, you're 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how many
about
years
4
are you?
years later,
4 years?
I'm almost 3 years old with my hair. Yeah. August will make 3 years.
So about what, 4 years later, she decided to do her hair after she saw my hair rocket.
Yeah. I mean, I always like, I love the long look, and I've always. In the summertime, I would always wear my long twists and stuff. I like that long look. It just made me feel more like me, having that nice, you know, the length and being able to do my hair whichever way. I was starting to get bored with my hair, wearing a puff all the time and not combing the puff for a whole week and just slapping gel and putting it back up just to look decent. And it was one day when we went to a wedding.
Which wedding?
Tamara's wedding.
Okay.
Yeah, where everybody was at. I set my hair in curlers the night before, and I forgot. I think you did your hair the same day. And I took mine out, and it looked like trash. And yours came out so nice. You only curled it for a few hours, and I'm like, this is something that I'm not doing right here. And so that's when I started to look at locks differently, because you would effortlessly get nice hairstyles and I would have to struggle.
It was
from the night before.
But you know what, when you was loose natural and her hair was getting full and beautiful, she was doing some stuff, but her styles were nice for a few hours, and then it was like the air came out of the balloon.
The products were never good, and my ends were stringy, and I had those
humidity was real.
2-strand knots, and it was just
the
annoying.
humidity was real.
Everything was going against me.
Summer is not for loose naturals.
No, that's when I would put my twist in.
And I'm a sweater, so I would sweat out the curls, and it would shrink and the whole nine. So the locks was fine for me.
Yeah, now I'm fine. Like, you know, it's so easy. It's like permanent braids.
She don't listen.
So if you're a person that likes braids and twists, like if you just do locks, you'll have permanent braids. It's not the braid pattern.
And you can do the same thing with naturals.
Thing.
That Keisha Charmaine is the one that did a video. She was doing a series of different things where she would try a regular loose style and convert it into a lock style. And honest to goodness, you guys,
it looked better.
You do the same hairstyles and it comes out pretty much the same or better. And it lasts longer. Honestly, the curls last longer. So yeah, I don't think I could see. Yeah, I don't think I could see myself wearing other.
I mean, honestly, I've seen some pictures and oh my gosh, like big, beautiful hair. We were watching Little the other day, well, yesterday, with the girl with the big hair. And I was just like
missing
in awe of her hair. It's so big and bushy. But then I think about what I had to go through.
The combing it out, the wash routine, the struggle to get the conditioner, struggling to get all of that.
That takes a lot of time.
Then the plan. You had to plan a hairstyle with loose naturals. You couldn't just get up and go unless you just couldn't.
And there's no wash and go.
There's no wash and go at a certain length. You just couldn't do it. It just didn't. You had to plan your hairstyle, and if you didn't plan it at a certain time, you wasn't having it the next day because all that gel and stuff had to dry, and you know. So I see myself with locks for a while. Maybe I might trim them down if they get too long, and because eventually once they get to a certain length, you really can't get a good curl pattern unless you leave it in like for a whole week or so.
Yeah, I see that's what Keisha Charmaine does. Like, she leaves her hair for some time, and then she'll take it out. Yeah.
Same thing with Brown's Goddess.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. Is there anything else? Anything else you want to share about your hair?
No.
What's your goal for your hair?
My goal is to continue growing it thick. I have some oils and stuff that I made my own hair growth oil from, and I've been just working on it. Now I realized that even with my hair and the density, it's not going to be what I expect. So I got to embrace what it does.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't look at somebody else's hair and say, oh, I want this to be, my hair to be just like that. And it doesn't grow like that. And I realized that even though I have thin edges, that regardless of what and what I use on my hair, it's not going to get to the point of, like, say, my daughters.
And even I have a goal, and I can't get there because I have to embrace my hair.
Yeah, so you guys just got to embrace your hair for what it is, what it does, and can't expect the miracle of it looking like somebody else's, because it just isn't going to be that way at all.
So have you gone through any issues as far as your hair? Like, any issues, and how did you overcome them during your lock journey?
The issues that I had the most was when the edges started thinning out. When I started doing a lot of pullback hairstyles, and also just certain hairstyles that just didn't give me that fullness. I couldn't stand after a retwist. I couldn't stand to see scalp.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I hated it. It just made me reminded me back of those bald-headed chicken days.
Oh no.
It did. It reminded me of those bald-headed chicken days, and I just can't stand to see scalp. Even with braids, I couldn't stand to see scalp. So that's the only thing that I really didn't like too much when I would retwist my hair, or, you know, like, being that my hair is thin in density, it was more frail and fragile. Like this one right here, her hair's thick. Mine is more frail and fragile.
But I have that texture around, like, say right here, like, it could be a little bit more frail around the edges.
It's always frail around the edges. But she has thicker hair. Now, she has a different type of gene than I, you know, she has me and her dad. So she has a thicker type of hair density than I do. Whereas mine is fine and soft. And
like grandma.
Yeah. So in certain areas, it's softer than, I have like 2 different or 3 different types of hair textures in my hair. So yeah, it's not going to get to that hair dream that I wish I could get, but it's still doing good. It's doing good.
Yeah. Like, you kind of have to stop, you know, not compare yourself to somebody else, but still have inspiration and stuff like that.
Just to keep it growing, keep it healthy, drink lots of water, which is my biggest issue, and eat right. Okay, what you feed yourself are the results that you're going to have on the outside. So you got to eat right and take care of your body, take care of your skin, and your hair will show the difference. Yeah. And don't overload it with product.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's one of the problems I was having as well in the beginning. Loading it up with so much different product, testing it out with this product, with all sorts of things, and you were told there's a loose natural, beeswax isn't good, and all these other things weren't good for your hair. Well, it's not good for locks either. So you just have to know what it was that what your hair like.
Yeah. Like
now, I don't put too much of anything in my hair anymore. Period. I don't think you really need to do a lot with your hair. Really. Yeah, I don't put nothing in it. Spritz it with water, put a little bit of oils in it, and I'm done. You know, but yeah.
Some people, they need more to keep. For me, I need more moisture. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if you don't want to do the most, you really don't need a whole lot of products. No. Like when you're loose natural, you had a pre-poo, you had
everything.
The lock method, the leave-in oil and all this stuff. Now it's a lot more simpler if you let it
simpler.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so talk more about your oils that you're making.
Okay, well, I've started creating my own hair growth oils, where I have a lot of different types of oils and herbs to hold in and seal moisture in your hair, to help it to stimulate hair growth, and, you know, just to give your hair back that luster. So that's what it's doing now. Right now I haven't started selling it because I'm still in the process of checking it out as well as my, on myself. So until I master it and see what it does, then it'll be in, I'll be selling it. But for now, it holds moisture, it stimulates hair growth, and it gives your hair that luster and shine.
Nice.
And you don't need to use it every day. You use it maybe every couple of days.
Yeah, and it's natural. There's no
It's all
parabens.
natural. No parabens.
Yeah.
No waxes. No petroleums. Nothing like that.
Yeah, that's good. Because there's a lot of different
Good.
products that say, oh, we're natural and this and that, but there's so many things that go against your hair.
And it kills it sucks the oxygen out of it. So you got to be careful whatever you put in your hair.
Okay, so yes, that's pretty much all of the, what I would ask. But if you guys have any extra questions, let us know down below so that we can answer them for you. For my mom, it's always great to get a fresh perspective so that if your hair type is like hers, you have someone to refer to and ask questions. She's more experienced than me, so if you have any questions about locks, your lock journey, and so forth, anything that she's spoken on, let us know down below. Also check out her channel,
VelvetLox.
VelvetLox.
LOX. She's so chicken
sorry,
with
guys.
the bugs. Golly.
VelvetLox. She talks about health, beauty, and lifestyle. Yeah. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to her channel, subscribe here for many more videos just like this, because we both upload pretty much every day
almost.
So you get something new and fun, and it's free to subscribe. But yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, comment down below if you have any questions. Hit us up on Instagram.
Yep, Instagram VelvetLox.
And it's Desiree Marie _, and we'll see you later. Bye.